Let's come to Mr. Varun.
So I've also done three transitions. As I said, I started with my engineering job, which I hated to the core. I couldn't, somehow I managed. But then I was always passionate about food and beverages. And that's how I started my own coffee shop. That to taking a loan and, investing my own money, which I almost did for 3.5, 4 years, which was doing good. I was interviewed in Times of India for my innovations in coffee and even the taste. But eventually, as I didn't have much experience in business and it was a rented place, it started going down. My business started falling down, and I was not able to cope up with it, and my debts started increasing. So during that time, even I was dating my girlfriend, now my wife, and we were planning to get married. And her father had clearly told that I was not doing well in my career. So if I do well in my career, he will allow her to marry me. And that is the time. I decided that I need to move on, and that is the time I took help from Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am. And because I had a gap of 4 years after engineering, I couldn't get into an engineering job. So the only option was left was sales. And then Dheeraj sir and Nutan ma'am guided me to get into job in sales, and that's how my journey started in sales. And then from retail sales, now I'm into corporate sales.
So, so many times our identity becomes the business that we have been running. And this is so damn relevant with entrepreneurs who start believing this is who I am, forgetting that you're a person who has some skills, who has some passion, who's gathered some knowledge, who's built on some expertise, and you can move. But because it becomes your identity, you stay there and you go on making debts, and then after that, that financial burden starts affecting your health, it starts affecting your relationship. But the courage to take that break and saying enough is enough, I need to move on, becomes such a big decision. So it's not necessary from a corporate job to an entrepreneur. Career change is also from an entrepreneur to a corporate job, depending on what circumstances, what situation. So if you listen to Varun's story, it was one about he not really knowing all the skills attached to business. So suffering debts, he had to make a choice out from a place which he was truly passionate about, which is one of the most difficult decisions, and that's why you cannot take it on your own. And second, the life stage demanded the change in career because he knew his relationship was at stake, and which is so natural for a father to believe that if he's giving his daughter in someone's hand, that man at least needs to be financially stable. At least in India, that's one of the biggest criteria for marriage.
Yes, I do believe this shows that, how truly does Varun love his woman, his wife. Give up on your passion and for love. I think, yeah, kudos to you. That's amazing. Or I think your wife is so fortunate to have you in a life where you give up on your passion and you decided to, because I know it was not only the financial loss, but I'm sure this was one of the major factor for you to decide that I'm going to get a stable job, a stable company. And yeah, now we are here today. So there could be various reasons that demands a career change. But the point that we're trying to highlight, it's really not that difficult. We have three people here who have done three transitions, all of them, but all of them today are leading a very happy, meaningful, and successful